Hey, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show. Thanks for tuning in to the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM. If you're interested in sponsoring my show, you can send me an email to the Mike Wagner Show at gmail.com, or you could also donate to the podcast. Just go to the Donate Listen site, and you can also donate whatever you like. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. For those who are interested, Anchor can give you everything you need in one place for free, which you can use right from your phone or computer. We got creation tools, allows you to record and edit podcasts so it sounds great, and they'll distribute the podcast for you so it can be heard everywhere. Spotify, Apple, Google, many more. And you can make money from the podcast with no minimum listenership. So download the Anchor app for free or go to Anchor FM to get started.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Also follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with a wonderful lady. She was on last year on the Mike Wagner Show, and she's back once again, the owner and author of GoodShortBooks.com. She was born in Detroit, now in Arcadia, California. She gave us a little history on her how she got her career started. She began with her book, Line of Serenity, later followed by The Vision, Mother's Dozen, Dear Bully, and more. Also has a new book coming out and some possible works in the works as well, too, in terms of books for 2020, and also talk about a few of them before we get into the latest project. And back once again from sunny California, once again, the owner and author of GoodShortBooks.com, author Joyce Fields. Joyce, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us again.
I love that. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am too blessed to be stressed. How about you, Mike?
I am doing great as well, too. And, of course, the reason why is because somebody could be listening to us at 6 in the morning in California, or could be having lunch in New York, or dinner time in England, or somebody may be trouble sleeping in Tokyo. That's why I say that. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand.
Oh, yeah. So
because you cover the planet.
and that's a good thing. We're to help you cover the planet since you're the author of GoodShortBooks.com. And, of course, you also got a new series coming out as well, too. We got a glimpse of it on YouTube. And before we get started, we had you on last year. And quickly tell us how I got started.
Well, I got started with my first book. It's called Line of Serenity, and you mentioned that in the intro. And I wrote that book because I'm the oldest of 7, and I didn't want the way that our parents raised us to disappear when we all died off. And so our parents raised us in such a unique way. I had 4 brothers and 2 sisters. My oldest brother passed away in 2013. He had stage 4 lung cancer. And so, but we all adore each other. There has never been any sibling rivalry in our family, even with 7 children. And we had 7 kids, 2 parents, and a Doberman puppy. And what I remember most is the calm of our home. And I wanted to capture that, and so I wrote about it. It goes from 1944, the year I was born, until 1977, the year our mother died. Mm-hmm. But it's filled with such happy memories of the way that our parents raised us. And so I wanted to write the book because there are a lot of valuable tidbits in that book that still could be used today to raise children. And it's only 167 pages, which includes 22 pages of delicious recipes.
Oh, you're making me hungry.
Well, food is a very important part of our family. It was extremely important part of our growing up. And it also has 22 pages of pictures of our ancestors, because I wrote that part of it. I put that part in it because I'm thinking about the future generations of our family. And someone could have a child that looks just like Uncle Oscar or Aunt Lou or any aunts and uncles or whatever. And so, like I said, it's only 167 pages, which includes, that's 44 pages of recipes. So you do the math, and then you can figure out how many pages of text. It's all, but that's, I've tried to get it published by some of the major publishing houses, and they rejected it. And so I did self-publishing, and that book took me on the road to self-publishing.
That is amazing, too. You talked about having these recipes, and you're making me hungry. Maybe you can give us a few of your special recipes, or you can do a couple. That's fine. So I'm hungry.
You want me to, I can tell you what recipes are in the book.
Okay, or you can just give a couple. That's fine. So I encourage everybody to take a look themselves.
Banana pudding is the one of the favorites that my family has. So they line up when I make the banana pudding, and the banana pudding is in the book. The recipe for that is in the book.
And go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No. Go ahead. I'm still hungry, and maybe one of the classic dinners that you had is just like, I was taught that you eat dinner first, then dessert, but you jumped to dessert first.
Oh yeah, the desserts are first in the book, and then the entrees. And I have spaghetti, meat sauce, lasagna, chili, macaroni and cheese. And my macaroni and cheese, my son, now he's he'll be 50 this year.
Wow.
And he's been making the macaroni and cheese based on my recipe, but he's tweaked it for himself, and I love his as well.
Nice.
I've given my macaroni and cheese recipe to a lot of people.
Well, we'll definitely take a look at that. And, of course, having such a very happy family. And, of course, you had your ancestors in that book. And maybe just a couple of quick tidbits about, say, with your mom or your uncle or brother or sister. You can just maybe a couple of tidbits, what you remember the most about your family.
Okay. Now, my mother had a fantastic sense of humor. At that time, she was smoking cigarettes, and so she would say, when somebody asked for a light, she'd say, "You have a match?" And then she would say, "I haven't had a match since Dorothy Dandridge died."
That's a good one. I'm going to have to remember that.
Yeah. So you could. So she had a fantastic sense of humor, and so did my father. And the really major thing, Mike. My mother died when I was 33 years old. I'm 76 now, and I lost my train of thought, which is typical for a 76-year-old. Although my grandkids say that they do it too, so they lose their trains of thought. So I was getting ready to tell you something. I don't remember now what it was, but there are a lot of tidbits in the book as far as teaching a child patience. And my father, we would ask him for a nickel. At that time, that was a lot of money. You could buy a whole lot of candy for a nickel. And so he would sit there, and he'd look at us, and he would make us wait. We could not fidget. We couldn't sigh loudly. We couldn't groan or moan or anything. So we just had to stand there and wait. And then finally he would reach in his pocket, and he would give us a nickel. We didn't know it, but he was teaching us patience.
Amazing.
Amazing is right.
And that's in the book of Lion Serenity. And you also got the Limitless Golden Rule, 21 ways to use the golden rule in your life. And that's part of goodshortbooks.com. And tell us about the 21 ways to use the golden rule, and maybe some of the ways that are significant.
Oh, yeah, it is. But now with the coronavirus out and about, people aren't going places anymore, and that is what the 21 ways to use the golden rule. But that is, hopefully we'll get back to it, and it lists when you're at home, you can use the golden rule. At work, you can use the golden rule. At school, you can also use it. With your relatives, with your neighbors, you can use the golden rule. At church, you can use the golden rule. Every place. At the mall, at the grocery store, at the movie theater, at the library, at restaurants, at the gym, at the hair salon, at the doctor's office, at the park, on an airplane, on the road, television and movies. So now we go into the media. So television and movies, newspapers and everything. So on the road, we can still do that. A lot of these places now are closed because of the virus. But when the virus clears up, this is a good book to have read because it will change the way that you look at life because you're seeing it through eyes of others as well. Now, on the road, I'm talking about here, most people detest driving in rush hour traffic. It can take you 20 minutes to go 2 or 3 miles. If drivers would practice a little more courtesy toward each other, that would make it a whole lot better. For instance, when there's a line of vehicles merging into traffic, if every driver would let in just one vehicle, traffic would flow more smoothly. Backups and accidents can be caused when some drivers do not let other drivers into traffic. That often creates a lot of anger on the road. There's even a name for it, quote, road rage, unquote.
Oh, yeah, that's been very popular, especially in our vocabulary, yes.
When there's construction ahead and you see that one or more lanes are closing, or you notice a line of vehicles stuck behind a stalled vehicle, be prepared to let at least one driver into your lane of traffic. You would want the same courtesy. Use the golden rule on the road, even if you're not in rush hour traffic.
Right.
And that's that chapter.
Exactly. And, of course, most importantly, don't text and drive. That's another
Oh,
golden
my
rule she
God,
does.
yes. So when I wrote the book, texting wasn't out.
Well, we can call it maybe 21A or 21B. We can, we'll add that later on, too. And, of course, we'll talk about the vision, telling kids they can make a world a better place and more. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking for a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Also follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with author Joyce Fields, the owner and author of GoodShortBooks.com. We talked about a couple of her books. Her first one, The Lie of Serenity, which is making me hungry with some of the recipes. Talk a little bit about ancestry, family, and why it's important. Also talked about the Limitless Golden Rule. And we're going to get into the vision, which is telling kids they can make a world a better place. You can just tell us more about that.
Okay. Now, this started out as a play, and then I decided to turn it into a book. And then I just put material at the beginning and at the end, so it's like a play in a sandwich. So the vision, telling kids that they can make the world a better place. It centers on education. And now whether or not your child is being homeschooled or actually goes to a school building doesn't matter. Children need to be told about their genius. They need to be told that often. When you look around, everything that your eyes will land on started as an idea in the mind of somebody. a table, a chair, the TV, the refrigerator, the washing machine. Everything started as an idea in somebody's head. Ideas don't know whose head they are in. So kids need to be told these kinds of things. And the book is based on African American history, but it includes everybody: black people, white people, Asian, Native American, Hispanic, everybody. It includes everybody. And so this little girl and little boy, they're African American, and this is during slavery time, and they're in the barn talking, and the boy has just been beaten because he wanted to learn how to read. And that actually happened in the past. We were actually beaten because we wanted to learn how to read.
Mm-hmm.
And so then the girl has a sister who sees into the future. We used to say, there's an old saying in the black community about people being born with a veil over their eyes. I don't know if it's in any other culture or not.
Mm-hmm.
But the veil over their eyes means that they can see into the future, that they're clairvoyant or whatever. And this little girl sees into the future that black children in particular are not really putting forth a huge effort to learn. They say things like they're trying to act white because they're learning and all of that, and that is not the case. That is not the point. The point is education is for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And so this book, and the book in it's only 48 pages. God bless me and my sister with the talent for being succinct. You know, we can say a lot in a few words.
Uh-huh.
And it also includes 2 contracts, one for home and one for school, that the child can sign when the child is ready to change his or her behavior. It allows the child to save face, and by signing the contract and saying that on a certain date we're going to improve in whatever, and then there's one category for everything. So they're going to improve in everything. And I'm looking for the actual contracts. Okay, here the school contract says, you put in your name, do promise that starting on whatever date, they can put in the date, I will improve in the following areas: English, science, geography, homework, citizenship, other, math, library, social studies, gym, and the last category is everything. If I start to mess up, I give my classmates and teacher permission to remind me about this contract. I will not get angry. I will thank them for helping me. I know that education is important, and with my help, my country can be among the leaders. And then it's signed by the student and then 2 witnesses.
Wow, that is very unique. I like that. And how many people have actually purchased the book, and how many people have actually done this contract?
Well, you know, Mike, that is a good question, because that is why I have to go on to programs like yours to tell these people about this book. So I haven't sold a lot, but it's really a good book. Now, here's the home contract. I put your name in, do promise that starting on whatever date, I will improve in the following areas: all chores, bath, shower, bed on time, up on time, ready on time, other, and cooperation. And then the last category is everything. If I start to mess up, I give my parent or guardian and other kids in the house permission to remind me about this contract. I will not get angry. I will thank them for helping me. I know that a good home life is important, and with my help, my home can be better. Signed, and then 2 witnesses as well.
That is fantastic, and thank you for reminding me as well, too, and for reminding everybody. And also we'll get to another book in just a minute, Jeff Black and Her Seven Friends, and we'll talk about your latest book. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Also follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with author Joyce Fields, the owner and author of GoodShortBooks.com. You can visit our website and take a look at many books she's written, including Line of Serenity we talked about. Also, we talked about the Limitless Golden Rule, 21 ways to use the Golden Rule in your life, and we just added a few more, and I'm sure more will be coming the way. And we also talked about the other book. It was, I'm just trying to remember here. But anyway, we're going to get to the next book here leading up to her latest project. But first, we get to Jeff Black and Her Seven Friends, and tell us all about that one.
Okay, before I tell you a little bit about that one, and the vision is the one that we were talking about. You had a brain fart too, see, and you're not 76.
Well, you know something.
That made me feel better.
Well, you know something? It shows everybody is prone to it. You know, even, teenagers, adults.
I know.
People like
yeah, I know. That made me feel better.
And
but I wanted to tell you one more thing about the vision. It also has a 5-week performance tracker in it. So I told you about the contracts. So it's got week 1 for school and home, and then they can give themselves a grade. And then they can also decide on if their parents or teachers agree with that grade. So it's 5 weeks. Week 1, week 2, and it goes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and Sunday for home. And then for school, it just goes through Friday. But now that school is being done online, you still can do this performance tracker. So that was what I needed to tell you about the vision, telling kids that they can make the world a better place.
And so far, they're doing it as well too, thanks to your help. And being about a better place. Talk about Jeff Black and Her Seven Friends, a fairy tale about a girl being teased, taunted, and will she overcome the teasing and taunting? And you can tell us about that story.
Yes. This one is about this little girl who's being teased and taunted, like you said, and she goes to sleep one night, and she's taken on a magical journey. And this one is multi-ethnic as well. Her fairy godmother is Asian, and she takes her to meet 6 other friends, a Native American, a Hispanic, a Caucasian, and another Asian lady, and a black female. So I'll name off 6. But so each one encourages her in their own way and tells her what was done to them. The Caucasian guy, his name is, let me see here. Well, he has a hard-to-pronounce name, and he said that he was teased about that name.
Oh, wow.
And, yeah. And then the Native American says that he was called Dumb Indian in his childhood, So they tell her what they experienced and how they overcame it, and, and then she wakes up, and then everything is better.
Wow, that's amazing. So it sounds like all these stories seem to come together as one and basically just takes all the stories and just simply makes it to where it's pretty much a fairy tale, and you could say that learns from it and things get better.
Yeah, exactly. And it's only 28 pages. It's hand illustrated in color. And like I said, it's only 28 pages, but it really takes the child on a really enhanced trip an imagination, all of that in one. Child uses their imagination, and it also they can picture themselves, put themselves in Jet Black's place.
Mm-hmm. That is fascinating, too, and this also leads up to your brand new project. We talked about bullying, teasing, and taunting, especially with today's children, today's society. You come up with a concept called the ABC Gang, and it's currently out right now. And tell us about the ABC Gang, and what is the ABC Gang?
The ABC Gang, anti-bullying children.
Anti-bullying children. Interesting.
Yes, that's the gang, and it's a good gang. And I did it on YouTube, but now I don't have any current episodes because the schools are closed.
Uh-huh.
And the majority of bullying took place in schools. But you still can use the ABC Gang because children will eventually congregate together again.
Mm-hmm.
And we should be, you're giving me an idea now because I've not posted any new episodes because of the fact that schools are closed.
Right.
But I'm going to start back to posting the new episodes because with the ABC Gang, it starts with a poem and the ABC or the anti-bullying pledge. And so the children can still adhere to the anti-bullying pledge, which states, I pledge to not be a bully. I pledge to stop being a bully. I pledge to be kind to all. I pledge friendship to the bullied. I pledge to choose good over evil. I pledge to start or join a cyber friendship chain. And that is the anti-bullying pledge. And I'm thinking, if we start with 6- and 7-year-old children, by the time they get to be 8 or 9, or even 10 for that matter, they won't have the attitude of bullying.
Mm-hmm.
If we there's good conditioning and good brainwashing, and there's bad conditioning and bad brainwashing.
Right.
We need to go about the business of good conditioning and good brainwashing for our children. This is the future. We're messing up our whole world if we don't grab these kids by the collar and tell them you ain't gonna be a bully.
That makes perfect sense. And once again, where can we find the ABC Gang?
The ABC Gang is on YouTube. You put in the ABC Gang, and then the dates are digital. 02/01/2020. That was the first one that I did. And every Sunday, I put in a new poem and a new, just a new poem and the new, the new no-no word. I have no-no words in the book. So the very first no-no word is anger. And the first poem, Dear Bully, and all the poems start with Dear Bully. Dear Bully, it does not make you look big to make others feel so small. We're all important on this green earth. Lift me up, don't make me fall. I'm worthy of life, I'm worthy of love. I'm worthy of all that is good. Make yourself worthy too, dear bully. Treat others the way that you should.
That is very good. I like that. Very simple and to the point.
It's written for children, so it's not written for adults, but it's written for children.
I know. I'm just simply saying that people who haven't heard the message, it's actually straight to the point, and that is very good. And also,
thank you.
Okay, and also, what do you have coming up for later on in 2020? What are your plans?
Well, I'm going to continue with this the ABC Gang, and talking to you, Mike, you have really helped me because I had stopped doing it. The latest episode for the ABC Gang is 03/15/2020. That was March 15th. So every Sunday since February 1st, you can put in the digital date 02/01/2020, 02/09/2020, or whatever. I think it's 1 and 9. I think. Let me see here. Is it 9? I got the calendar right here. Yeah, it's 9. 02/01/2020, 0209-2020, 0216-2020, all the way through 0315-2020. So I have episodes up until then, but I think that I'm going to make up my mind that we can still do the ABC gang, even though schools are closed, because if schools open up again, then we will have tried to condition these kids against bullying.
And we're looking forward to it as well, too. And just a couple more minutes with author Joyce Fields, owner and author of GoodShortBooks.com. And, just lastly, what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
Best advice? What'd you say?
What's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
Oh, my advice is never lose your hope and faith. I coined that quote when I was 15 years old, and it has carried me through till the time now when I'm 76 years old. Never lose your hope and faith, because you don't know what's coming down the road.
And that is very true. Joyce Fields, once again, a big thank you for your time. You've been fantastic. Once again, author Joyce Fields, owner and author of GoodShortBooks.com. Once again, tell us about your upcoming projects, what's your website, how do people contact you, and where can people purchase your Good Short Books?
Okay. Now, I'm going to continue with the ABC gang. So
go ahead.
I want everybody to have their children in their circle subscribe to that channel. I only have 8 subscribers, but I'm trying to get the word out, and your show will help me. And the books are available. There are 11 books at GoodShortBooks.com, and they are $7.95 to $12.95. That's the price of them. And we have books on spirituality, relationships, memoirs, quotes, health. I'm an 8-year breast cancer survivor. Just go to GoodShortBooks.com and you will see all of the books there, and they are available on Amazon. And we have ebooks as well, $1.99 to $2.99. They are in ebook form as well.
That is fantastic. Joyce, once again, a big thank you for your time. You've been fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. And do us a favor, keep us up to date. We'd love to have you back on sometime in 2020 and beyond.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thanks for listening to the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.